Mr. Deputy Speaker, sir, I begin by declaring my interest as the Deputy Secretary General of NTUC and the Executive Secretary of Singapore Industrial and Services Employees Union, where I am closely involved in supporting our workers, and today I want to continue to support our senior workers and reflect their concerns in the age of AI. Let me start by sharing about Madam Fu, 55-year-old job seeker who approached NTUC's E2I for assistance. After leaving her previous job of more than 20 years, she found the job search process has changed quite dramatically. Even resume writing has changed. Resumes used to be written for people, but she found out today they are often screened by machines first. Job applications also moved to digital portals that were not so intuitive for people like her to navigate, so she felt lost and uncertain. Madam Fu's experience is not uncommon among senior workers who reflects their anxieties about changing work processes. For some, AI presented true opportunities. For others, it creates uncertainty and anxiety. And for many of our senior workers, their experiences are shaped by three key gaps that I think we collectively must try to address. First is the access gap. While Singapore has made progress in closing the access gap for seniors, smartphone ownership among them still lags behind the other age groups. In addition, seniors may have lesser access to AI tools. I saw this firsthand at one of the AI workshops organized by my union, CISU, for about 90 union leaders whose median age was about 53. While all of them used smartphones, many were trying the AI tools for the first time. Understandably, there was some initial hesitation. But with simple, guided use cases, they quickly picked it up and were using AI to generate posters for the union's family day, for membership campaign. Some even went to the extent to do sort of banners for their families' birthdays and anniversary. And as we ended the session, many leaders came forward to share with me that they've enjoyed the session. And now they realize that it is not so difficult to learn and to use AI too. The only thing they ask for is that they wish the session could be longer and the font on the slides could be bigger for them. This encouraged me because it shows that the issue is not a lack of willingness, but rather a lack of access, and to some extent, to some of them, it's about confidence, which we can overcome by curating and customizing access to AI and making time for our seniors to learn and to increase their knowledge. Second, skills gap. We see a gap in training participation, where MOM's 2025 report found that residents aged 50 to 64 had the lowest training participation at 44.5%, compared with about over 60% for those who are below 40 years old. It is easy to tell seniors to go and upskill, go and take a course and reskill, but in reality, we know that with commitments, with bills to pay, with limited time and energy, taking the first step sometimes is not easy. Many of them, we must remember, have lived through repeated cycles of change and transformation and may feel fatigued, uncertain, or even question the relevance of more training. These concerns are real, and we must make training more accessible for them at a suitable pace through practical and bite-sized module and make AI more relevant to their job skills. And third is opportunity gap. Even when senior workers are willing to learn, they may not have the same opportunities to benefit from AI in their actual job. OECD's Employment Outlook 2025 highlights that across OECD countries, opportunities to learn by doing fall with age, where 62% of adults aged 25 to 29 reported such opportunities. But this falls to 45% among those who are 60 and above. In addition, a 2025 Pew Research Center reported that 73% of workers who use AI at work were aged 18 to 49, while only 27 were aged 50 and above. And this is why we need to work with employers to give our seniors the opportunity to use AI tools and to reap the productivity gains in their job. Senior workers bring valuable experience, and with AI, these strengths can go even further. I've spoken about this no less than 2 times in this chamber. Research from the Stanford Digital Economy Lab supports this, where it highlighted that senior employment in the US has remained resilient and may have even grown with the introduction of AI, because they see that seniors bring tacit experience, knowledge, and soft skills that enable them to increase productivity with AI. So to our senior workers, we understand your challenges, and we are with you in this transition. Take the first step with us, start a course, try a tool, learn from those around you, and you can thrive in the AI economy. Mr. Speaker, the motion before the House is important. It emphasizes that growth must be anchored in fairness, resilience, and opportunity for all, and resolves to equip workers to seize these new opportunities, and that must also apply to our senior workers. NTUC recognizes that the long-lasting impact is best achieved through a partnership approach, and has taken proactive steps through an AI-Ready SG initiative, which focuses on 3 key areas. First, training and upskilling workers to address skills and access gaps. To close the skills gap, NTUC Learning Hub has developed a comprehensive AI learning pathways with 3 different levels for different proficiencies of learners. Foundational training to build AI literacy and fluency, intermediate training tailored to sector or job roles, and advanced training for those in deep tech and wanting to develop deeper AI specialization and capabilities. I'm glad to note that to date, there has been strong interest where since February 2026, more than 4,000 workers have enrolled for Learning Hub's AI courses, and I'm also very happy that 39% of them are seniors. Dr. Neo has suggested certification of competencies, and this is something that Learning Hub has already been doing. For example, it works closely with companies to design AI courses aligned with government skills frameworks and tailored to the company's needs. It also partners with industry leaders such as AWS and Microsoft to certify learners' competencies based on industry demands. And we will continue to expand this to more sectors and more industries. At the same time, under the AI-Ready SG, we are also closing the access gap by providing union members with subsidies of up to 50% for AI premium subscription tools through NTUC Union Training Assistance Program. I'm happy to also let the members know that in the first of this AI tool subscription, NTUC's premium subsidy does cover a range of tools, including coding and agent-based tools such as Claude Code, Codex, Menus, and others. I think there are a total of 20 or 21 tools. We are offering this as part of our membership privileges only because we are using the existing UTAP funding model catered for our members' training. But we will continue to review this, and depending on the take-up and the interest over time. We are also partnering sector agencies like the Civil Aviation Authority of Singapore to develop sector AI training pathways for our union leaders. Second, we are supporting firms in business transformation and job redesign through the NTUC Company Training Committee, or CTC. To date, NTUC has formed 3,800 CDCs and embarked on over 900 business transformation projects, benefiting over 300,000 workers. Let me share another example. I know you have heard many examples over the course of this debate. It's from Evergreen Group, a local office and stationery supplier. Through a CTC grant project with the Singapore Manual and Mercantile Workers Union, it implemented an AI-powered e-ordering system to automate ordering process and improve inventory management. With this new system, manual work such as order processing was reduced by about 60%. Workers could focus on higher value tasks such as managing customer relationships and using data to optimize inventory. As they became more productive, the company could handle 40% more orders and provide wage increment for its employees. This is what we mean by win-win outcomes, where businesses become more productive and our workers progress with them. Third, we are improving job matching with new products and services to help workers access good jobs. Let me go back to Madam Fu from the start of my speech. Through close support from our E2I career coach, she gained a deeper understanding of her skills in the new job market. Her coach also introduced her to NTUC's AI Career Coach and E2I's AI Interviewer. And with support and encouragement, Madam Fu could confidently use these AI tools to sharpen her resume and also practice her interviews before the actual sessions. I'm glad to share that Madam Fu has found a new role and has gained familiarity with AI in the process. Mr. Deputy Speaker, AI Ready SG is one example of how we can realize the intent of this motion. It supports workers to build AI skills, give them access to tools to apply these skills, and works with businesses to improve productivity and create new opportunities. Looking ahead, we welcome companies and partners to come on board as we scale our efforts and increase our reach to ultimately deliver better support for our businesses and for our workers. Mr. Deputy Speaker, these efforts are important and we are already seeing encouraging outcomes. But the scale of change brought about by AI is also significant, with great uncertainty and anxiety among our workers. This is why tripartism, with its proven track record built over many decades of open communication and trust, is critical to this challenge. Singapore has navigated major transitions before. In the 80s, when computers first entered the workplace, workers were concerned these machines could replace their roles in data entry and filing. And companies were anxious about costs, skills shortage, and disruptions to their daily operations. But tripartite partners leaned forward. The government invested in infrastructure and skills, including the National Computer Board, to drive nationwide adoption of IT. Employers stepped forward to transform their business and with new technologies and redesigned workflows. The labor movement drove skills upgrading en masse, organized workshops and seminars preparing workers mentally and practically for change. Because tripartite partners moved together in solidarity, firms became more productive, workers took on better jobs and pay, and Singapore strengthened its competitiveness. Mr. Speaker, the Tripartite Jobs Council will be a key platform to realize our shared aspirations for the AI era as laid out in the motion. It will build on efforts across government, employers, and labor movement, and enable partners to scale outreach, accelerate policy implementation, and direct resources so that workers and enterprises can seize opportunities from AI. The TJC will take on a practical and iterative approach. We may not have all the answers upfront, but we are clear that our deep trust built over decades of cooperation and shared goals will allow us to achieve our aspiration of inclusive economic progress. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I will now speak in Mandarin, please. 议长先生，新加坡需要善用 AI 人工智能，推动经济增长，但是更重要的是，经济的增长必须建立在公平、包容和具有韧性的基础上。劳资政双方多年合作，彼此信任，让我们遇到挑战也能够同心应对。我们会继续为公有护航，帮助大家在 AI 时代把握机遇，争取竞争力。今年2月，全国职工总会推出了 AI Ready SG 的计划，积极推动工友学习和掌握 AI 工具，帮助他们跨越认知、技术和机会的差距，做最好的准备，迎接 AI 时代的经济。有一句话说得好，机会是留给有准备的人，成功是留给最坚持的人。人工智能的时代已经来临，希望大家与职总一起积极提升智能，学习和应用人工智能。Mr. Deputy Speaker, AI is the defining technology of our generation, but we face this challenge with strong foundations built over decades of tripartite cooperation. To our tripartite partners, let us continue working closely together to help firms transform and stay competitive while supporting our workers to remain productive and to maximize opportunities. To our workers, we will continue to support you to leverage AI and to our senior workers, your experience matters. And it is my firm belief that it will be an advantage in the AI era. Take that step with us, upskill and learn, including from your younger colleagues, and together we can close the access gap, narrow the skills gap, and expand opportunities for all. Because in Singapore, we have always believed that progress must be inclusive, that as we move forward together, because every worker matters. Mr. Deputy Speaker, I support the motion. Thank you.